Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today we will be discussing sterilization and disinfection. Sterilization. Students, in very simple words, sterilization is defined as killing of all microorganisms including spores. Okay, there are two mandatory elements in the process of sterilization. Number one, killing of all microorganisms. Killing of all microorganisms. Number two, including their spores. So sterilization is a very safe and sound process. It kills all the microorganisms, all types of microorganisms, and including bacterial spores. Now disinfection. Students, disinfection is defined as killing of majority of microorganisms. Most of the microorganisms are killed during the process of disinfection, but spores are spared. So we can say that disinfection, killing of most of the microorganisms. Most of the microorganisms, not all. And number two element is spores are not killed. Spores are not destroyed in the process of disinfection. Okay? Now students, there is another medical terminology, antiseptics. Antiseptics are those disinfectants. Antiseptics. Students, antiseptics are those disinfectants which are used to kill microorganisms on the surface of skin and mucous membranes. Killing of most of the microorganisms on the surface of skin and mucous membranes. Okay, this was slight introduction about sterilization, disinfection and antiseptics. Students, we can define disinfection from another perspective. Means reducing the number of microorganisms to a level low enough to cause disease, which means that we decrease the number of microorganisms to such a level that they do not cause infection. Students, now we discuss mechanism of action of these sterilizing agents. Mechanism of action. To be very brief, there are three mechanisms of actions according to which these sterilizing agents act. Number one, disruption of lipid containing cell membranes. Means these sterilizing agents, they disrupt the lipid components of cell membrane of microorganisms. Number two component, destruction of proteins, or in more correct words, denaturation of proteins. We write, it's better to write denaturation of proteins. And number third, destruction of nucleic acids. nucleic acids of the microorganisms. So these are the three mechanisms, that is disruption of lipid containing cell membranes of the microorganisms. Number two mechanism of action, denaturation of proteins present in the microorganisms. And number third, destruction of nucleic acids. These are the three mechanisms on which these sterilizing agents they act. Now students, we move towards classification of these sterilizing agents. Okay, classification. We classify these sterilizing agents into three broad categories. Number one, chemical agents. Number two, physical agents. And number third, physicochemical agents. Okay, physicochemical agents, the combination of chemical as well as physical agents. We discuss these three types of sterilizing agents individually. Okay students, now physical agents of sterilization. In physical agents of sterilization, we include sunlight, the most potent sterilizing agent for humans. Number two, heat. Okay. Number third, radiations. And number fourth, filtration. Okay students, we have four main types of physical sterilizing agents. Number one, sunlight. Number two, heat. Number third, radiation. And number fourth, filtration process. Now students, we discuss heat as a sterilizing agent. Okay, there are two types of heat which act as a sterilization. Number one, dry heat. Number two, moist heat. Dry heat and moist heat. In dry heat students, we have red heat, heat flame at very high temperature, red heat. Number two, direct flaming, heating objects directly on the flame. As a source, we use Bunsen burner in labs. Incineration. Incineration. Number four, hot air oven. Hot air oven. And number last, infrared. Okay students, these are the different types of dry heat. That is red heat. Number two, direct flaming. Number third, incineration. Number four, hot air oven. And number last, infrared. Now student, moist heat. In moist heat, we have three different temperature categories. That is above 100 degrees centigrade heating, 100 degrees centigrade heating, and number third, below 100 degrees centigrade heating. Okay. Now students, we discuss other physical agents. Here I would like to point out autoclave. Students, autoclave is a chamber which causes sterilization, which carries out the process of sterilization. But there are three mandatory requirements for autoclave. Autoclave, it is a method of moist heat. Okay. Now in autoclave we have temperature of 121 degrees centigrade at a pressure of 15 lobs per inch square for a time period of 15 minutes. Okay. These three requirements, they are mandatory for the process of autoclaving, which is the most common method of sterilization in medical field. I repeat, in autoclaving we heat at a temperature of 121 degrees centigrade at a pressure of 15 lobs lb. This is lb, stands for lobs per inch square, for a time period of 15 minutes. Okay students? Now other method of sterilization include radiations. Students, in radiations we have most common types of radiations: X-rays, okay, ultraviolet rays, UV rays. These X-rays are commonly used for sterilizing plastic materials like plastic syringes, catheters, NG tubes, okay, different catheters. These are sterilized through X-rays. Now students, another method of sterilization is filtration. Students, in this type of physical method of sterilization, we use different type of filters to carry out the process of sterilization. Filtration process is used for sterilizing IV fluids. Okay. You have seen water filters in your domestic use. They use different types of filtration papers. These are used for filtration. Now students, we move towards chemical agents of sterilization. Chemical agents of sterilization. Students, these include most common liquids, gaseous elements. Okay, liquids includes alcohols. You have commonly seen Spritz swabs. We call them Spritz swab. It is actually alcohol derivatives, 70% ethanol mixed in water. It is used for the purpose of sterilization before venipuncture, before passing granulas, before performing intramuscular injections, intravenous injections. Okay, liquids. Other students, liquids includes iodines. Iodine derivatives are used in the field of medicine. Like you have seen brand name of Pyodine. It is a iodine derivative. Actually, it belongs to the class of iodophore. It belongs to the class of iodophore. Students, iodophore is combination of iodine with detergents. Chemical agents, two types of chemical agents, liquid and gaseous. In liquid we have alcohols, 70% ethanol is used, as I have discussed with you earlier. Iodine. Iodine, two forms of iodine are used in medical field. Iodophores. What is iodophore? Iodophore, students, it is a combination of iodine with detergents. And number second is tincture iodine. Tincture iodine. Students, it is the combination of iodine with potassium iodide in ethanols. So, two varieties of iodine are used, iodophores and tincture iodine. Iodophore, I repeat, iodophore is a combination of iodine with detergents. And number two, tincture iodine. Tincture iodine is a combination of iodine with ethanol and G, students. Okay, we move towards gaseous chemical agents. In gaseous chemical agents of sterilization, we have ethylene oxides, okay students, ethylene oxide, hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, it is used in bleaching for domestic purposes. Ethylene oxide, it is used for sterilization of operation theaters. Now, heavy metals. Students, some of the heavy metals are also used for sterilization purposes. For example, most commonly used, silver. Silver is used in silver sulfur diazine creams, which we use them in burn cases. Okay, student? Now, gold, mercury. There was a time when silver and gold, these two elements were used for filling of dental cavities because they have bactericidal properties. Now students, we have discussed very briefly different classes of chemical agents, physical agents, which are used for sterilization process in medical profession. Inshallah, in my next incoming lectures, I will be discussing with you the clinical applications of these agents of sterilization. Thank you very much.